Hey ladies, it's your girl Truly Inspired Martin, and you're not here by chance. Nah, baby, this is on purpose because what we do here is equip and empower you to become the woman that you desire and deserve. You are here because you are ready to restore, reset, and reclaim your life and increase your emotional intelligence. That won't happen everywhere, but here we make shit happen. So let's get it. Wait, what? Did you just say? Ain't no way. She's doing what? I know you're not doing what I think you're doing. Oh, you better stick to what you know. Ain't nobody gonna listen to that. Don't nobody care to hear a new girl. You already started this. How dare you? Yeah, here you go. God ain't tell you to do that. You ain't gonna win over there. Girl, please. You wasn't even consistent with this. Girl, please. Ain't nobody gonna listen to you no more. Girl, please. Give that up. Psst. Here you go. Whew. Here we go with all these thoughts in my head again. Is this the right decision? Am I doing the right thing? Obedience is worth it. There's so much on the other side. I literally talked this one through. I can't believe that I'm doing this. It's been some years, y'all. It's been some years. But sometimes you gotta let some things go. I hope y'all enjoyed this ride with me. Because it's time to hop on another train. Y'all gonna stay with me or what? Like, everybody wants to be, but nobody wants to do. Girl, it's time to be real, raw, and relentless. Everybody wants to be, but nobody wants to do. You know it's time. RECROWN you. Ooh. Damn, why is this so hard to even start? Let me not get choked up about this. This has to happen, right? This has to happen. It has to happen. What's up, guys? It's your girl, Truly Inspired Martin, and welcome back to the RECROWN You podcast. Welcome to the last episode of the RECROWN You podcast. Whoa. I did not know that I would feel so choked up about something like this. You know, like something that's been your baby for a long, long time. Like this your girl. This is something that you took a leap of faith on and did. Like I never really thought about doing a podcast until I did it. I never really thought I'd touch as many people as I did, but I did. And that all started with one flipping decision, y'all. One decision in 2019. We are currently in 2024. And by the time you listen to this, this will be 4/4/24. And y'all know me and my numbers. Me and my numbers, y'all. 4/4/4. I've been seeing it so much in so many different aspects of my life when I'm asking God for signs and answers and directions on things. I'll see it, I'll hear it in my spirit, but sometimes it's so much easier to be disobedient to what God is telling you to do. Whatever it is for you, your universe, whoever you believe in, you know in your spirit, you feel it, you can hear it, you can see it, you can tell when certain things just aren't connecting with you as much as it used to. You know that there's a new direction, and it could be a direction that is so tied to exactly what you're doing right now. But it's a scarier place for you, right? It's uncharted territory for you. It is and it isn't, right? Like it's stuff that you do, but you also don't do. And it can be so scary to take a leap of faith like that and let go of the things, right? But I'm in this season of understanding that some things are going to have to go. I'm going to have to release something to grab hold of something else. And to be honest, I've been feeling this pressing in my spirit for right around a year. And I just been so disobedient. So disobedient. And I don't understand what was stopping me until I really started to kind of sit down and think about it. It was the fear of the unknown. It was the fear of letting go of something that I feel everybody knows me for, or knows is attached to me, versus me doing the thing, doing the thing scared, doing the thing that's in my spirit, literally. Like, you ever just heard like a voice like talking to you, and you just like, yeah, like it's tapping you on the shoulder, and then it starts tapping harder and harder and yelling and screaming at you. And you can even get to the point where you just feel so weighted down. Like it no longer brings you the joy that it did. It's not giving what it should have gave for you. And that's where I'm at right now with the RECROWN You podcast. This has brought me into so many different arenas, opened so many doors, gave me the opportunity to reach people that I never would have gotten the opportunity to. I've gotten to bring on amazing guests and talk to people about real life stories, right? Talking about stuff like breaking cycles and surviving what should have killed you. Like, if I just go back through some of these episodes, and I want to make sure to kind of call out some of those, because we've had 75 great episodes. We have, with a real big intermission in between. That'll speak volumes to you, right? There was a big intermission in between. Life was life and things was happening. But it was during that churn right there that I should have went with what my spirit was telling me. I should have stuck to the obedience in that moment. But I chose to rebel, and it put me in a place where I wasn't necessarily happy with what I was trying to push, knowing that there was another direction and bigger for me. See, sometimes we're so scared to let go of the thing right now because this feels like the biggest, or this feels like the grander thing. This feels like everything. But little do we know that on the other side of our fear, on the other side of our disobedience, on the other side of letting go of what no longer serves us, is our bigger. It's our greater. The very things that we are hoping, wishing, and praying for already exist on the other side of letting this shit go. Letting go of the fear, letting go of the hurt, letting go of the pain, letting go of the feeling of mediocrity, right? The feeling of inferiority, right? Inferiority. Letting go of all that pain, all that hurt. Cry it out, punch it out. Whatever you got to do. Be mad at all the things that you put into it if you want to. But I don't feel like there's any L's. We're not taking no L's. This was a stepping stone. This was a chapter. This was an amazing part of my journey, and I regret nothing, because it did things for women that I couldn't even put in words. It changed the trajectory of my life as an influencer, as a podcaster, as a host, as a speaker, as an author, as a woman's advocate. It changed the landscape for me. So there's no way that I will ever say that I regret one moment, one day. But in the same breath, RECROWN You holds so much weight. Because you're taking your power back, you're taking your crown back, you're not putting it on a shelf. You're putting it you're putting it up in front of you and on top of your head. You're putting it on top of your head, and that's how you walk, shoulders back. You deserve whatever your next steps look like. And RECROWN You is about the journey to restore, reset, and reclaim. During the past couple of years, I've been on a journey of my own to truly restore some parts of me that have been taking a beating. I've literally had to fight to reset my mentality. I've had to fight anxiety. I've had to fight depression. I've had to fight some illnesses. Like, I've had to fight so much and not allowing myself to get the true grace that I need, not allowing myself to really show up 100% as me. And no, that doesn't all just come back to the RECROWN You podcast. That comes back to a lot of other things in my life. I'm excited though, y'all. I'm excited about the next. Because podcasting ain't over for me now. Now, let's not get it twisted. It's just the end of a chapter for RECROWN You. It served me so well. It served you so well. And all my loyalists, all my badasses, we still badasses out here now. Don't you start acting like you don't know who you are. Don't you start acting, because I stand on what I say. And every episode was embedded in me being able to portray a message to you, to give something to you that only I could give you because I live it. And I always say what I say. I'm about this life that I talk about. So in that same breath, I got to be about this life that I know is pulling at me. Y'all deserve more. I desire more. And I know that more is on the other side of me releasing this season. So I want to take a moment to really just say thank you. Thank you for allowing me to be someone that you look up to, a voice that you literally look forward to. Thank you for hearing my stories, for listening to every transparent moment that I've ever shared with you, for allowing me to be real and raw, but above all, relatable. Thank you so much for allowing me to breathe through the moments that have almost crushed me. For me to share a platform with you that I never even saw myself doing this to begin with. But it started with me just doing. And the funny part of this is, as I'm looking back through old episodes and things of that nature, all I did was be obedient. All it took was one step of obedience. And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm taking another step in another direction, solely based off obedience. Funny story, right? This podcast actually started in April of 2019, for 2019. And here we are making our last episode for 2024. So let's take a moment to talk about some of the episodes, because I'm going to still need y'all to go back and listen and binge and take it all in, okay? Because there was so much that can be relatable to anything that's going on in your life now. Episode 1, First Things First. Episode 2, Breaking Your Cycle of Shit. Episode 3, Surviving What Should Have Killed Me, featuring Dana Hutchins. Okay, come on, namesake. Okay, Dana Hutchins on episode 3. Episode 4, Keep It Moving Forward, baby, featuring Marshila Hall. Episode 5, Surviving Tinder, featuring Tonda Lindsay. These are some great episodes, y'all. Y'all tripping. Episode 6, Unintended Wounds, featuring Lily Jones. Episode 7, Wounds to Wisdom, featuring Tamiko Lowry Pugh. Episode 8, Hashtag No Girlfriends Allowed, Relationships and Mental Health, featuring Marsha Aileen. Episode 9, Stop Telling Me to Pray, featuring Casey Venning. Episode 10, Unwrapping the Gift, featuring Kamari Richardson. Episode 11, Broken and Expecting, featuring Eric Simpson. Episode 12, Painful Purpose, featuring Brad Butler II. Baby, we only on episode 12. Do you hear me? We were touching lives with these episodes. I am not taking this for granted because I still go back and listen to some of these and be like, wow, look how far you've come. Look how many people you've engaged. Look at some of these amazing people that were not only amazing then, but are doing, these people are doing crazy stuff now. And having the opportunity to make those connections and to touch people in cities and states and countries that I would never have been able to set foot on is simply amazing. Episode 14, I Don't Love You Anymore, featuring Kelsey Maynard. Oop, I skipped over episode 13, y'all. No One Is Exempt, featuring Rashad Bowtie Mills. Back to episode 14, I Don't Love You Anymore, featuring Kelsey Maynard. Episode 15, All on the Table, featuring Jovan J. Palmer. Episode 16, Divorce, Breaking Through the Breakup. Breaking Through the Breakup, featuring Destiny Inspires and Tanya Carter. This is all 2019, y'all. Episode 17, The Truth Behind Pain, featuring Londa A. Episode 18, It's Time for a U-Turn. It's time for a U-Turn, featuring Rita K. Davis. I'm looking back at some of these and saying, wow, like my heart is on fire, y'all. My heart is on fire. And these are happy tears, y'all. These are happy tears. It's so dope to see. Like, to really reflect on all of this and trust that your next season will be just as amazing. But you look back at some of this stuff and you're like, damn, remember who you are. Remember who you are. Remember who you are. Episode 19, How to Attract Big Ticket Clients Even If Nobody Knows You, featuring Marquel Russell. Episode 20, True Life, Does Your Dollars Make Sense, featuring your girl. Episode 21, How to Build a Six-Figure Business in 12 Months, featuring Tyra Baruti. Episode 22, How to Avoid Rental Scams, featuring Tammy Sorrento. Episode 23, Millennial Women in Money, featuring Vestria AG. Episode 24, Boundaries, How Many of Us Have Them, featuring Lindsay Vertner. Episode 25, Food is Your Medicine, featuring Amber Gordon. Episode 26, Snap Back from a Smackdown, Shit Happens, Get Back Up, featuring Truly Inspired Martin. Episode 27, Chopping It Up with Bay. That was me and my now husband. At that time, he was, I think he wasn't my fiance at that time. No. He was still my man. But Chopping It Up with Bay, featuring Roger and Dana. That was a pretty dope episode. Episode 28, Start Where You Are. Episode 29, Recrowning Your Finances, featuring Brittany Green. Episode 30, Building Relationships. Episode 31, The Power of Your P, featuring Jasmine Burns. Episode 32, Learning Leadership, featuring Callie Richardson. Episode 33, Put Yourself On, featuring Truly Inspired Martin. Episode 34, Importance of Branding Yourself Online, featuring Nikki Saunders. Episode 35, Pack Light. That was all 2019, y'all. Do you see how much you got that you can even go back just to 2019 and just binge all of that? Heavy episodes. Episode 36, The Tea on Natural Healing, featuring Tanika Brooks. Episode 37, Discovering Side Hustles, featuring Jaleesa Cheatham. Episode 38, Unapologetic on Purpose, featuring Tanya J. Miller. Episode 39, Happiness Habits, featuring Shelly Machette. Episode 40, What I Ordered versus What I Got. Episode 41, 5 Ways to Still Be Productive Even When You're Not Okay, featuring Dacia Ruth. Episode 42, You Can't Manifest Where You've Been Manipulated, featuring Christina Danielle. Episode 43, Living with the Memory, featuring Jamel D. Jackson. Episode 44, Building a Strong Community, featuring Adrena Martin. Episode 45, Cooking Through Chaos, featuring Sierra Turner. Episode 46, Can I Keep It 100? Ooh, and there was a block there, y'all. There was a block. And then we come back, Dropping Gems with Tyra. Episode 48, Dropping Gems with Nikki. Episode 49. Episode 49, Resilience. Oh, there seems to be an overlap there. That should actually be episode 50. See, numbers is off. Episode 49, as listed on Apple Podcasts, Resilience plus Recovery, a journey through health, anxiety, and depression. Episode 50, Navigating Life's Seasons, Gorilla Glue Your Life. Episode 51, God, This Some Bullshit, Decision Making on Another Level. 52, It's Given Trust Issues, Embracing Vulnerability. Episode 53, Triggers, How Many of Us Have Them? 54, Permission Granted, featuring Christina Danielle. 55, Own Your Part, Repairing Your Own Heart. 56, Prioritizing Service, Cultivating Meaningful Relationships Across All Areas. 57, Below the Bar, Love Without Standards. 58, Girls Talk, Is No Sex a Flex? That was one of our only visual and audio podcasts. It was a whole girls panel with a whole bunch of my girls. That was a 2-hour episode, y'all. That was a heavy episode. We had like 1, 2, 3, I think maybe about 8 people on that episode. So y'all definitely want to go binge that. That was a 2-hour. That one got real deep, real good. Y'all should definitely go check out episode 58. Episode 59, Thanksgiving Throwback, The Power of Your P, with Jasmine Reynolds. Episode 60, Grieving Through the Holidays, a real-time story. Episode 61, Did He Do It? Hashtag I can relate. Okay, that one was a really interesting episode of me being real and raw about some things in my life. Episode 62, Tapped In or Out, Power of Self-Awareness. Episode 63, Faith Over Fear in Real Time. That's a Dropping Gems episode. Episode 64, Throwback Thursday. Episode 65, Dropping Gems, Manifesting Good Health, featuring Marcus Malone. Episode 66, Living Delusional, Power of Living the Life You Desire. Episode 67, Not Yet, Opening Dialogue Around Suicide. Episode 68, Late Bloomers, Decades of Dedication to the Journey, with Craig Henderson. Episode 69, Throwback Thursday, The Sauce to Relationship Building. Episode 70, Crying Out Loud, Unexpected Benefits of Tears. Episode 71, Stay Aware Sis, Keys to Unlocking Self. Episode 72, Dropping Gems, Red Flags Awareness. Episode 73, Fear Factor, What's the Plan? Episode 74, Standing on Gratitude, The Power of Now. Episode 75, Right Now. Right now. I had a plan of getting to 100 episodes on the RECROWN You podcast, but it's okay. It's okay. And I'm not going to be mad at myself for that because I know when the chapter has ended. Now, RECROWN You, the book, that ain't going nowhere, baby. That's available on the website and Amazon at all times, right? But the chapter of the RECROWN You podcast has come to an end. And yeah, I do feel heavy about it because you start to think about all the things you put in. You got the domains, you got the this, you got the merch. You started to build brand awareness around this. But all I keep hearing in the back of my mind is God saying bigger, bigger, more. Do that thing that I keep telling you to do, but you're scared. Do that thing that you know you should be doing, but you're scared about your consistency. Do that thing that I keep telling you to do, and stop being fearful of who will and will not follow. Do the things that you know you should be doing and stop beating up on the new you based on the old you's habits. Do the things that I'm telling you to do. Move to the sound of the drum that I'm playing. The pace might not be what you're used to, but I'm telling you that if you get up, pay attention, listen, move on my word, something about to flip. And that's all I'm doing. We got to learn to stop allowing the fear, stop allowing what we believe is a consistent pattern with us to dictate how we move in this next season. You failed yourself a few times in the past. You didn't follow through with yourself so many times in the past that you are holding your past against yourself. You can't forgive you for what you didn't do. Therefore, you're not allowing yourself to make those next steps because you just know that you sometimes can't even count on you. And that's painful. But I'm learning a new thing. I'm doing a new thing. I'm trusting that whatever God said I'm supposed to be out here doing, your girl gonna do it. And I got stuff brewing in my spirit. I got things that are pushing its way out of me. And baby, I'm about to give birth. I'm about to give birth to a whole nother level. I'm about to give birth to a whole nother community of women that been waiting on me to show up as that person. But I've been suppressing her. I've been doing just enough for her. I've been going on the bare minimum for her. I've not been doing what I'm supposed to do with her. She's sitting there, she's standing there, and she's waiting for me. And I'm just waving from across the street. But it's time to make a move. It's time to transport to your next level. And that's hard as hell. That's hard as hell when you know like you know, but you don't have full trust in yourself. But every day I'm learning to just give myself 1% more. I'm giving myself just a little bit more. I'm allowing myself grace through the process. I'm apologizing to myself. I am really, really pushing positive thoughts and positive affirmations into my atmosphere daily because negativity creeps in way stronger than anything positive could ever. The negative self-talk has to go. The conversations you have with yourself in the morning need to be reprogrammed. The people that you are around that are not pushing you towards greatness, they are still stagnant and they can't see what you see, they might just not be for this season. And that's okay. It will hurt. It won't always feel good. Sometimes you'll feel like, but why I gotta do it like this, God? Why do I gotta get rid of this, God? Why is this? Why is this? And all questions are valid because how you feel about things are valid. Your emotions are valid. Being aware of how you feel is valid. But what you have to do is take those very emotions, take those answers to those questions that you've gotten those answers a few times. You just don't like the answer. So you're just going to keep asking the question until you get a new answer. But baby, the answer is the answer. God said he's standing on business about you. But are you? And I don't want to play with it no more, y'all. I don't want to play with it no more. I know that we live on borrowed time. We live on borrowed time. I've lost 4 people in the past 5-6 months. Back to back. With still so much life to live, so much more to give. And they've touched so many people in a short amount of time. And then there's some that didn't really get a chance to live full out. They died with so much inside of them. They had so many visions, so many ideas, so many things that God had put in them. But we don't know the day nor the hour. And I never want to feel like I've arrived. I'm constantly striving to be the best version of me. But at the end of the day, I want to die empty. And right now, I'm sitting on way too much. So my cup is still very full. And I want to give y'all more of what you desire and deserve from me. So although this is the end of one chapter, although we are closing the RECROWN You podcast book, we are not closing my voice to your ears. Stay tuned, because the next chapter of this book is going to give you what you need. And I ain't playing small no more. So I hope y'all ready for that. So it's been real, y'all. It's been real. I don't even know if I could really say it. In the meantime, in between time, I'm going to catch y'all on a new podcast. It's your girl, Truly Inspired Martin. I love y'all. Make sure that y'all stay tuned. I'm going to make sure to keep y'all updated on all platforms. On Instagram, Truly Inspired Martin. Instagram, RECROWN You Podcast. Facebook, Truly Inspired Martin. TikTok, Truly Inspired Martin. Y'all see a pattern here? I'm everywhere, baby. And on the website, all that stuff will start to update as well. The website is www.trulyinspiredmartin.com. I'm just leaving RECROWN You podcast, baby. But I ain't leaving you. Let's get it. You know it's time.